Port. It's the acceptable face of Christmas. Have enough vintage port, and parts of it can even be enjoyable. There's a bit of a problem with vintage port and all other types of bottle-aged port. They throw a heavy sediment, which means that you've got to get that out. You've got to decant it. Taken the foil off. Now, to get the top off a bottle of vintage port, you'll need a cutlass, or a sabre will do, and an assistant with nerves of steel who can hold the bottle while you attempt to decapitate it, and hopefully not them. If you're on your own, you can try using some red-hot port tongs and just ping the top of the bottle off. Alternatively, you could try one of these. I actually like using these, which is a lever pull. It does actually grab the neck of the bottle while you do this, and it's just straight out like that, pops out, and out comes the cork. You need a beautiful crystal decanter like this, and then it's really just a case of starting to pour it very slowly and steadily, and don't lift the bottle up once you've started. So if the phone rings, just ignore it. Some people like to have a candle underneath the bottle so that they can see when the sediment starts to get into the neck, but usually I just wing it. The important thing is not to try and get the last bits out, because the sediment will have got into it then. It's a good idea to stop earlier than you think you should do. You can always filter the rest through a coffee filter. This is a single Kinter port from Fonseca from 1988. That's not a vintage year, but what they do is they use the best scrapes from the off vintages and call them a single Kinter port. I reckon that's about it probably, so I'm going to stop now. Let's see what's lurking in the bottom of the bottle. Ooh, yuck. You wouldn't want to drink that, but as I say, you can filter it and it'll be perfectly fine. So let's not use the crystal decanter. Let's just give this a quick sloosh out with water, pour it slowly back in, cork it, and there's your vintage port. It'll last about a week once it's opened. A bottle like this is 20–25 pounds, so it's not exactly going to break the bank. Enjoy. Just don't pass it to the left.